This is Mr. Thompson at the Pathways Innovation Center. I'm actually in a live class right now, and I am recording this video for students so that they know how to write a check and also how to balance a checking account. So if you go to Google Classroom, go to your class, it's going to show up under Chapter 3 for budgeting, and this assignment we're looking for is the one to say how to manage your checking account. So if you click on that and then click on View Assignment, you're going to pull it up under your work. Now, in this class the other day, we did go through the parts of a check. And when this comes up, I'll refresh us on that real briefly. And then we're actually going to write 3 checks and put them in a check register. So if we look at a check, just quick hits here. You never want your Social Security number there. You can put your driver's license right there. If you have your checks printed, Sam's Club is the cheapest. Some people will tell you not to do that, but they misunderstand how identities are stolen. You can't steal someone's identity with their driver's license number. You can with a Social Security number. So I recommend putting your driver's license number there. That way they don't have to look at your driver's license because they'll always write that driver's license number on it. You can future date a check, but in some states it's illegal. So if I don't have the money now, I could write you a check and say, wait to cash this till Friday. In Wyoming, it is legal, but the bank teller needs to make sure that that date matches the current date. If they cash that check without it, they can be fired. They can get in trouble at their jobs. So they always need to check that. So make sure this date is correct. This is who you make the check out to. You put the dollars and cents here in number form, so like 100.00, so dollars and cents. And here you write it out. You would say 100 and then no 100ths right here and draw a line out. You're going to sign it here. I do recommend that you always write in this line what that purchase is for. It's called the memo line. This way, if you forget to write something in your register and you forget what it was, you can always go back and look at it. It makes it easier to do expense tracking and budget analysis later. So you always got to write it down on that line. Right here, you have the routing number for the bank account. So if you ever do direct deposit of your paycheck from a job, they need this 9-digit number right there. And all that number is it tells the banking system where you bank at, and then or where your account is located. This number right here is your account number. So you need these 2 numbers whenever you do direct deposit of a job from a paycheck. This number, as you notice, will match the check number. So just with a quick refresher on what a check looks like, we're going to scroll down. Now we have some instructions. It tells us, number 1, and everybody follow along, you're going to fill out 3 sample checks for the following transactions. The first one's to Popular Pizza Place for $22.46, and the date is March 12th of the current year. So if you scroll down, if you click on where it says text, it'll go ahead and open up in this window, and then you got to click again and make sure your cursor's in that text box, and you're going to go ahead and say Popular Pizza Place. Okay, and the date was March 12th, so we're going to put 3/12/19. Now we need the amount. Does somebody still have that up? Okay, Jackson, let's put that away. That's your last warning. Okay, Popular Pizza Place, March 12th. And how much is it? Okay, if you forgot, you can go ahead and click Save and Close. And double check, $22.46. Okay, so we'll go ahead and open it again. And here we'll go ahead and I'll do the first one with you, and then I want you to do the next 2 on your own. Then we'll practice putting them in the register. So that's $22.46, $22.46. So over here, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and type out 22, and then you're going to use what's known as the ampersand, which is the and symbol. And then you're going to put 46/100 and then S. So what you're doing there is you're saying 46/100ths of a dollar. Because if you look on the right-hand side, it says dollars out here. And then what do you guys need to do? Not sign it yet. You need to go ahead and put the dashes out. So if you were doing this on paper, excuse the interruption.
Can we have to come to the Roosevelt office.
Okay. You're going to draw a line out here. And the reason that you draw that line out here is because some people have gotten really good, especially some people who are drug addicts, at erasing this information. Instead of depositing this check for $22.46, maybe somebody's working at a popular pizza place and they're a drug addict. So they're going to move that decimal place over here to make it $224.60, and then they're going to pull the money out of the till, right? So what you do here, this is how the bank knows that's the right amount. $22.46, and draw that line out. You always got to do that. That way somebody can't commit check fraud with the check you just wrote as easily. Okay, it's easier for the bank to catch. Okay, now down here's the signature line. And this is where you need to go ahead and type your first name and your last name. Connor, don't let me forget to put you in. Let me see, it's 12:26. I'm recording a screencast video for absent students. You need to get this assignment up. Okay. Okay, and then you're going to go ahead and put your first and last name, just like you were signing it. Now, you would sign that in cursive. Why do you sign in cursive and you don't print? It's harder to fraud, right? It's harder for somebody to forge, just like she said. Okay, and in this case, what should we put in the memo line? What's this for? Pizza. Yeah? So you could also, some people like to do this and say like fast food, or maybe this was the night that you had, I don't know, maybe your daughter had dance or something. So you could say after dance or something. So that way you can just remember what it is. That way, if you forget later to put it, if you forgot to put it in your check register, you can just look at that triplicate check later, that carbon check, and put that in there. So we've got one check written. So we'll go ahead and save and close. So that check is now written. And now the next step we need to do, if everybody will scroll down with me, is we're going to go ahead and you got to just keep scrolling, keep scrolling, keep scrolling. And see how it shows up down here at the very bottom? Okay, we're going to put that. You're going to leave the first line, the gray line, blank. This is a checking register. So this gray line here, if you're looking here, this is where you put the cents. This is where you put the dollars. And you're going to leave the first line whenever you get a checking register blank because you're going to put a beginning balance where it says balance. So we did just write a check, so we're going to go ahead and write it into our register. This is a checking register. So I need to go back up and see what check. It's check 3 or it's check 341 for $22.46. So you got to scroll back down, and on the second line, the white line, you're going to put 341, and that was March 12th of the current year, 2019. And you could say Popular Pizza Place is who you wrote it out to. And you're just going to say it's for pizza. Okay, and then the amount was what? So I'm going to put the 22 cents here and the 46 cents over here. Okay, now the next step when you put something in a register is to update what's called the running balance in your register. So you need to know what the beginning balance was, and if we scroll up to the instructions, it tells us that you put $478 in the beginning balance box. So on that first line, that gray line, go ahead and put that $478 right there, dollars and cents, just like that. Now, the next step we're going to do whenever we do our checking register, once we've entered a transaction, is we're going to take that running balance, and once we've got that running balance, okay, so this time we have to do this. So Jackson, would you please come over here and fill out one of these. This is not an office report. This is a step before. Let's put that away. Okay, excuse the interruption. Okay, so we're going to go 478, and you can go ahead and get your phones out for this one, or you can do the calculator on your computer. You're going to do 478 minus 2246, and that's going to leave you with a balance of 455.54. So one other thing to show you here is that when you do this, you're always going to subtract debits or payments. These are negatives that go to the account, and you're always going to add deposits, and deposits go here. These are credits, or if you're putting money in your checking account, they go in this column right here. So now we've done the first one.